Hey, Stephanie here with Mahalo.com. Okay, procrastination, it is difficult for all of us, especially when we're teenagers.
Yes.
Well, Vanessa is here with Radical Parenting to give us some tips on how to help our teen overcome procrastination.
Yes, so the first thing is it's totally normal for teens to have this, especially if there's school burnout going on. You know, if you have juniors or seniors, they're like so done with school. Or if you have freshmen that are like a little bit overwhelmed, they're sort of deer in the headlights, it's totally normal to respond by procrastinating. There's some very easy things that parents can do to help this. The first thing is to get very clear on your expectations for your child and to get clear on your child's expectations for themselves. For example, very often I'll be talking to families and the teenager will say, well, I'd be okay with, B's and C's, and the parents will say, well, I'm only okay with A's and B's or high B's. So to get very clear on the expectations, because sometimes what you think is procrastination, your child thinks is fine. Also the amount of time that you expect your child to be working on homework. So do you expect them to be working every day? Do you expect them to be working all day on Sunday? Do you expect them to work on Friday afternoons? To talk about not only what the grades are, but when they want to be working and when they think it's appropriate to be working.
How do you gauge their personality type versus what's normal? I mean, not every child is an A-type perfectionist overachiever.
Yes, that's right. So there's the unicorn students. I call them unicorns because they tend to be sort of very anxious. They like to be perfect, and if they're a unicorn in balloon factory, they really feel like they're the cause of their own demise. They're always on edge. That's one kind of student. Their procrastination actually usually isn't as much of an issue because they're so anxious about what they want to do and how well they want to do. Parents don't need to, they're like, relax a little bit more. The other kind of student, they also can be called slackers, but I don't really like that term. I call them turtles. They only come out of their shell when they want to, maybe a little slower than the average student. They just have a different academic pace than their either siblings. Oftentimes siblings are opposite, or than their other friends. So to talk to your kid about, okay, how do you work best? What's your best working style? I know that you've been procrastinating on this big homework assignment or this big project. What exactly is making you not want to work? A lot of the times it's they don't have a starting point. And if parents help them and say, okay, here's where you should start, that will help them. Also teach them goal setting. So a great way to combat procrastination is to teach them how to break big projects into small chunks. That way, teenagers don't see it as a huge, overwhelming piece of work. They can break it down.
Right, makes sense. And good advice, too. Thank you very much. Not only for our teenagers, but for adults, too.
Yes, you can always break down projects.
Yes. And if you'd like more information about any of the topics discussed, you can go ahead and click on any of the links you see here. You can also subscribe to Mahalo Parenting or go ahead and send us an email at requests@mahalo.com. Thanks for watching.